There was a time where I was probably given 80%, 90% of my effort, maybe 70%, I don't know. But my wife was diagnosed maybe 10 plus years ago with multiple sclerosis, right? And the doctor said to us, like there's a chance that she could be terrible, or there's a chance that this could work out. But one of the things you want to do is relieve stress from her. And so as we start to study her stress, her particular stress, it came from her job. And so it became immediate to us as a registered nurse in breast and cervical cancer. A lot of her patients would pass, and she loved her patients, that it was going to be critical to take her out of that position. But my wife wasn't interested in leaving her job until I was able to make her salary plus what I was already making. Right. And I love my wife. So when she told me that, I was like, oh, bet, I don't know what she's making, 70, 80,000. Right. I was like, I got you. I can make that extra. She's like, no, 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 no. I don't trust you. I need you to make it over the span of how long I was going to work. And I was like, ooh, that's pretty deep. You know what I'm saying? So I did our little salary. I mean, I did our what it cost for us to live. I want y'all to think about this. So for us, it probably cost $5,000 to live. So I said, okay, 5,000, right? Times 12 times 30, $1.8 million. So listen to me very closely. When I put that one name down, in a year, I made that $1.8 million and told my wife to stop working, and she hasn't worked since. Listen to me. And this is not about this is not about my wife. This is not about my wife. He said impossible is anything. That's what he said. He said it. You can do anything. And so I don't need you to walk away like, yo, that was cute. Like he had the numbers, the 63, 63, 63. That's not it. He did 63, 63, and he did it multiple ways. So you can see that anything is possible. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Had my wife not been diagnosed with MS, I probably wouldn't have made that 1.8 mil. Like some of the videos that got you through, I was probably given 70%, 80%. But after that moment, it was like, yo, E, you gotta go hard. You gotta keep going. So I want you to do me a favor. The next thing I want you to put in the phone. And when he said, I just was like, wow, this is crazy. He said, anything is possible. Listen to me. Anything is possible. And while that's the truth, is not the truth. It's the truth because you live in the United States of America. It's not true if you're from a third world country. And you need to be responsible for that. You need to understand what I'm saying to you. It's not, it's everything is not possible if you live in a third world country. It doesn't matter what gifts and talents you have. They're just not opportunities. And so what you need to understand is you live in America, to much is given, much is required. You live in the United States of America. You live in a country where absolutely anything is possible. And I'm telling you, because I was a high school dropout and I was homeless. And I went from a high school dropout to a GED to a PhD. Why? Because in America, anything is possible. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Anything is possible. Listen to me. We live in a country where they didn't say, because you didn't start right, you can't finish right. So listen to me very closely. The first thing I want you to do for the rest of your life, I want you to think about the people who are meaningful to you, and I need you to look at those names at least 2-3 times a day. At least two. Why? Because there's an energy you're going to get from them that you can't produce on your own. Now, what do I mean by that? You've seen women who've been chased running with their child, and a dog comes out of nowhere, and you would see either a mother chase that dog away or get away. Whereas that same woman was with a dog by herself, it wouldn't be the same thing. But when you tell a mama to protect her child, there's something within that comes out that doesn't come out regularly. And so two things. The first one is, who are you here for? When I get on the stage, I think about Dee Dee. I never want my wife to go back to work. My son went to Michigan State like me. I paid for it in cash. My daughter, 4-year and master's degree, she graduates in May. I paid for it in cash. They moved me in a way that I couldn't move myself. I didn't get a new gift. I didn't get a new talent. I've been talking since I was a kid. But I wasn't using it the way I use it now. So number one, I'm gonna let you sit down. Number one, who are you doing this for? Who will benefit from you taking this business to the next level? Who's gonna benefit? Who will be a better person? Number two, I want you to write down, what's that impossible? And you can have a seat. What's that impossible for you? What's that impossible for you? I want you to write it down right now, because at the end of today, that's what I want from you. What's the impossible? Is it a dollar figure? I want to make an extra $1,000,000 a year. What is it? Is it a dollar figure? He said, I remember they was doing the bell, and don't hesitate. He kept saying, I'm like, man, this dude is like this next level. Like, really, in America, if you're going to be successful, don't hesitate. Like, he's right. If you're hesitating, if you're thinking about it, you're never going to do it. Why? Don't hesitate. Why? Because the way the brain is designed, the brain, it can't do two things at once. As powerful as the brain is, it cannot think two thoughts simultaneously. You're either thinking one thought or you're thinking another one. So when you're hesitating, what does it mean? It means you're using energy to stop. It means that whatever your dreams and goals are, you're not using your energy and your strength to make that happen. So I'm gonna give you three things and I'm gonna get out of here. I got a plane to catch, right? Right? Phenomenal job. They was like, stop him. You go on at 3:30. I was like, let him keep going. I love it. He's doing exactly what I'm gonna do, but he's doing it like I like it, like entertaining. I love it. Like he's throwing them off. They don't even really know what he's doing. So we're gonna go back to what Leora did. Nothing is impossible. So you have to decide before you leave, what's that first thing that's been impossible for you? I want you to attack it and overcome it, because listen to me very closely. In America, once you make your first 7 figures, it's a wrap. Listen to me very closely. I'm just being honest with you. High school dropout. My mama got pregnant with me at 17 years old, south side of Chicago. My grandma had 14 kids in a 3-bedroom house with 1 bathroom. We come from poverty. My mom had a different name. I don't even know what she called it. Like, she had put an adjective with the poverty. I don't know what she said, but it was like deeper than poverty. Objective poverty. Something she said, I was like, wow, that's crazy, Ma. She's like, we didn't have nothing. Like, my sister's shoes, I got her shoes. Her clothes, I got her clothes. And we got it from welfare. My mom, she was like, son, when I tell you poverty, you don't even know what poverty is. This is where I come from. So I'm saying this to you because there are no excuses. If I can come from a 17-year-old female that got pregnant and my biological father was not in my life, high school dropout, lived in abandoned buildings and got to this point, you can do it too. Why? Because we're in America. And we can't say that everywhere in the world, but in the United States of America, nothing is impossible if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to put in the grind. We live in a country of opportunities. I just got a call from one of my staff members. She said, Eric, we got a slight challenge. So what's the challenge? She said, Isaiah's here to do video you. I'll be here on the 4th. I got another engagement here on the 8th. She said, well, he wants to, do your book release. I was like, okay, what's the problem? She said, well, the Penguin Publishing Company sent your book to your house in California. I said, okay, what's the problem? She said, well, we need to get the book from California and get it to you in Vegas so you can show it, but listen to me very closely. I want y'all to hear what I just said. We live in America. We live in America. They were going to give me $500,000 just to write the book. I live in America. You calling me and telling me you want me to write a book? And you're going to pay me $500,000 to write a book? But I've been studying. I'm like, I'm good on the $500,000. Hold on to that. I need a higher percentage. They didn't say, they like, let's go, whatever you want. In America, there was a time I got kicked out of school. I live in America. If you're willing to get up, if you're willing to work, if you're willing to grind. So they said, the book is at your house. I said, no problem. I pick up the phone. I call my guys that's building my pool for me. I said, hey, can you do me a huge favor? He's like, what? Hey, can you go get the book? They said FedEx left it on the front. Can you pick it up for me? It's like, yeah. All right, can you send it to me? He's like, yeah. I was like, here go my FedEx account. Keep it secret. Like, don't use this after this. And send it to this address. Come on, y'all got to hear what I'm saying. I'm so pumped. We live in America. So I want to say this to you because I know what some of you are thinking. Yes, there are obstacles. 1,000%. You like, Eric, matter of fact, I remember once I was talking about United States of America, whatever, and some people that I'm close to was like, you was talking about America like it ain't no problems. I said, listen to me very close. You got to hear what I said. I never said anywhere was perfect, but I said in America, if you put in the work, it can happen. I said, you didn't hear what I just said. Yes, there are obstacles. Yes, there's trials. Yes, there's tribulations. Yes, there's roadblocks. But whatever the roadblock it is not as deep as my wife with MS, and she ain't never going back to work. So I don't care what the obstacle is. I will find a way to get through the obstacle to get what I need so she can have what she wants. I don't care what the obstacle is. And I'm telling you today, I don't care what the obstacle is. What side of the American dream are you going to be on? You got to make up, you got to decide. Listen to me, that's a question and it deserves an answer. You ain't got to answer me, but you got to answer yourself. I was in Vegas. I walked up and down the strip. We went to the different stores. I bought a couple of things, but I noticed as I was walking the strip that everybody's not on the same side of the dream. Go walk up the strip. You'll notice that there's some people doing certain things and other people doing other things. Why? Because everybody that's in the dream ain't living the dream. But watch this. Everybody who wants to live the dream and willing to put in the work to live the dream can make the dream happen. Somebody said, you going to speak? You're burying your grandmother tomorrow. I said, let me tell you something. If my grandmother was here, my grandmother would want me to go to work. I promise you that. She like, boy, if you don't get your butt up and go to work, I'll get up from the grave and whip your, go to work. Why? Because I had an opportunity my grandmother didn't have. I, in fact, had an opportunity. Man, I had opportunities that even Martin Luther King himself didn't have. Was he a better speaker? Absolutely, but he was born at a different time. He didn't have YouTube. He didn't have Facebook or Instagram. How dare you have Facebook, Instagram? How dare you have Zoom? How dare you are virtual and in present and you still can't make the American dream happen? How dare you? You got a smartphone? How dare you? You got transportation? How dare you? They're flying me to Chicago tonight. How dare you live? Listen to me very close. This is all I want for you. Well, it's two things, but the first one, what side of the dream you gonna be on? I want you to decide right now which side of the dream you're gonna live on. I love living on this side of the left side of the dream. We say, what's the left side mean? If you ever go to a restaurant, the price is on the right side. I live on the left side. Like I don't look at the, you know what I'm saying? No, I was just at a restaurant and I told the lady, she's like, here's the menu. I said, I'm good on that. She says, you good on that? Like, what you gonna order? Because it's on, I said, no, I don't want to order nothing you have. I want to tell you what I want. She's like, what does that mean? Like, we got the turkey. I said, no. I want to switch this up. I want a salad, and this is what I want in the salad. Then I want a chicken breast, don't cut it. And then I want some eggs. She's like, that's not on the menu. I said, is it in the back, in the refrigerator? Like, don't make this complicated. Do you have a refrigerator in the back? She was like, yeah. Do you have everything I just listed? Do you have that? Absolutely. Do you have an award-winning chef like you claim in the back? He can't make a salad and a chicken breast and some eggs? Like, I'll be back. I said, do me a favor. Here's the 20. Take this 20 as you go back. And do me a favor. This is not the tip. This is just to take back with you when you go back to ask the question. We live in America. They print money. Somebody say you gave her a $20 bill, she didn't do nothing yet. We live in America. They print 20s. They print 20s every day. No, listen to me very closely. Because of your limited mindset, you're treating money like it's let me tell you what you need to be working on. You don't need to be working on money. Stop chasing money. Money, they print it every day. Go work on your mindset. That's what you need to work on. Go work on your mindset. Get your mindset together. There is no lack. I had to hang up on somebody the other day. They called me. Have you seen the gas prices? I said, absolutely not. They said they went up. I said, oh, I didn't even know. Because I always fill up my tank. I just go get gas. I never look. $7 a gallon. I can't believe it. Now, there was a time in my life when I have a poverty mindset, when I wasn't connected to people like this, that I would go, give me 5 on 5. Give me 10 on 3. I don't live in poverty anymore. We fill it up. And I drive an Escalade. We just fill it up. Why do we fill it up? Because I have the mindset that says, if we become one, it's going to be tough for some of y'all. So the first one I told you was your family, because you're going to need your family. You're going to need your family. You're going to need your family to get up. You're going to need your family to push you. Let's be honest. How many of you on your own, you slept in on your own? You just slept in. Just be honest. Some point in your life, you just slept in. You know you're supposed to get up. Raise your hand. You know you're supposed to get up. You slept in. How many of you had to take care of your child or do something for your mama or do something for your aunt, somebody you love, and you set that alarm clock and you got up because they had that doctor's appointment or they had that baseball game or they had that parent teacher conference and you wanted to be there, that field trip? Raise your hand. Good, good, good. All right, here's what I need you to do for me. All right, this is gonna be tough for y'all. Can I get you, Kuba? Can I get you to stand if you don't mind? Can I get you, Kuba? Can you stand for me real quick? Can you turn and look at the people? Do me a favor. Listen to me. I'm being honest. I'm not playing. If you can do this, he said one. He said one. If you can get on one accord with this gentleman right here. No, no, no. Listen to what I'm saying. Some of y'all in the business and you trying to use the business for your own business. You could be seated. Look, show, just raise your hand again. Do that thing you just did again. Put your arms all the way out so they can see you again. There you go. Turn to your right a little bit so they can see you. Good. Go the other way. Turn to your left so they can see you. Good. 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 You can have a seat. Have a seat. Here's what I want y'all to do for me, and I just want to be honest before I get out of here. I'm gonna give you 3 things I had to do to get to this point. Now, how many of you agree with me? We live in America and it's possible. Let me just see your hands. It's possible. Good, hands down. How many of you, and you're not, some of you are not gonna listen. How many of you wrote down what was impossible for you? You wrote it down. This is what has been impossible, but I want it to be possible. Let me see your hands. Raise your hand. That's what we start with that. Can I get 1 or 2 people to just be honest with me real quick and tell me what that was? Can somebody tell me real quick what was that you wrote down? Yeah, right. Yes, sir. Good. When are you retiring? 2 years. Good. How much money do you need to make a month in order to retire? Like, how much does it cost to be you? 12,000 a month. Good. Beautiful. 12,000 a month. Beautiful. And so then somebody help me out. 12,000 times 12. Good. 12,000 times 12. How much is that? Now watch this. I don't want to scare you. I don't want to scare you. How many more years do you want to be on this earth? Good. Somebody times that by 40 for me. 5 point. Okay, we're gonna round it off. Right, 5.8 mil. I'm right there with you. Let's just go over. No question asked. We ain't got to, like, we dreaming, so we ain't got to stay right there. 5.8. Listen to me very closely. You only need $5.8 million. Listen to what I'm trying to say before I go. This is not a motivational speech. This is an opportunity. There are people in other countries that will kill you to get here to get this opportunity. There are people who come to this country and don't know the language and don't take no class, but figure it out quick. Why? Because they're hungry so they can do it, feed their family. It's a mindset. But a mindset without an opportunity is nothing. He has literally done most of the hard work for you. He's done the grinding for you. He's made the sacrifice. His family has made the sacrifice for you to sit in these seats. The question now, number 1, what side of the American dream do you want to be on? And if you want to be on the left side, that's where you get to make that you have a seat. I'm sorry. Number 1, write this down. That living on the left side means that you get to determine how you live. You live life on your terms. If you're ready to live life on your terms, let me see you stand. Come on, come on. If you're ready, not everybody. Only those of you who are willing. You're ready. Good. You're ready. You're ready. How many of you wrote down that number? You know what that number is. Let me see your hand. We're going to keep it concrete. We're waking up every day and we're going for the 5.8. Every day when you wake up, if you're not moving toward that 5, if there's something in your life, number 2, a distraction, that's not going to help you make the 5.8, we're not doing it. E.T., you work in the NCAA. Why aren't you in New Orleans? New Orleans is not about to help me make the rest of my life the best. I got tickets to the game. I can sit up front. I can take the camera and show people where I am. I'm not doing that. Why? Because that's not a part of my dream and my goals. You could be seated. 2 people, real quick, tell me what is going to take in the real estate business to make this thing happen. Give me 2 people who succeeded. What is it going to take? We're going to keep it concrete. Let's go. 2 things it's going to take to be successful in this career. Good. Follow up. Good. Commitment. Man, let me tell y'all something. Let's start. Let's do the follow up. I promise y'all, if you know me, I'm not the best of the best. The reason why I'm here today is because in 2007 I made a commitment because there was a recession. I made a commitment instead of being the person that's constantly dogging the country out, dogging people out, dogging my president out, dogging everybody out. I said, it's not what my country could do for me, it's what I could do for my country. And I made a commitment every single Monday from 2007 to the day I died, I was putting up positive content.